It's almost the same way it played out in 2011. Remember that game against Guinea, chance upon chance was wasted in the first half before what transpired in the second half. The same thing too in this game. Ahmed Musa wasted 3 clear-cut chances before what happened in the transfer in the game. But kudos to the South Africans. They played brilliantly. Their game plan was perfect. Tukeloroti was my man of the match. He gave an outstanding performance of what a lone striker should do. 3 chances, 2 goals. You can't get more effective than that. And Shakes Mashaba currently shaking up South African football and the African football hierarchy. So I think there's a huge party in Cape Town, Soweto, Johannesburg, Pretoria, Port Elizabeth, all over South Africa tonight. Meanwhile, the contrast is the case in Nigeria here.
All right, so, well, we thought that we were back in it. I mean, we had our destiny in our hands after that result in Congo, all we needed. I mean, we can forgive, we thought we had corrected all the wrongs after that Congo game. All we needed to do today was just a win. Was that too much to ask that the Eagles should go out there, get the win, and then we're through to Equatorial Guinea?
Well, not too much, Tony. All we needed to do was just to get the victory, but it was, didn't come. I think what happened was quite inevitable. The signs were always there. We just tried to be patriotic. We just tried to, say, okay, we can get the 3 points. The signs, because this team has not been consistent. We've seen players come in, players go out. That's not the way to build a team. Because in the defensive areas, we've always raised some serious fears that in that position, even for the whole team, you need 2 solid players, so that when anything happens,
who brings down the
when anything happens, you don't need a backup. Obabona and Egwekwe, paired, maybe averagely very well in Congo, but it was obvious that Omeruo was rusty. In the past 4 games for Middlesbrough, he has been on the bench or even out of the team. But Obabona has been playing regularly for Rezerspor. So he showed glaringly that this guy is off form.
And also supposed to have a groin injury. And I don't know how a groin injury manages to disappear in 3 days.
All right, let's for those of you who are watching us for the first time, and you do not know how to reach us, we will also, of course, I said we'll be taking your calls. Later on, I'm still expecting that the number will display on the screen, the number you can call to reach us. I'm sure they're working on it behind the scene to get that number displayed on the screen for you. Okay, it's showing on your screen right now. You can call those numbers, call that number, but make sure your calls are simple, sharp, straight to the point, no abuses, no attack on persons. Before we take your call, let's also tell you how you can reach us via feedback, via Facebook, Channels iPhone Sports. A lot of comments already on Facebook today, plenty.
Lots on Facebook as well.
A lot on Facebook, and of course Twitter at Channels_Sports. At Tony Bitoye, it's buzzing. I mean, it's going wild. A lot of people are unhappy. Expectedly, you expect Nigerians to be unhappy. It was supposed to be some celebration, the nest of champions for Nigeria. But it didn't turn out that way. So Nigerians expectedly should be angry. But in the midst of all of the anger and the anguish and the disappointment, let's still take time out to think of what's the way forward from this all-time low that we've found ourselves. All right, so please let those comments come through, and we'll go on. Today, before we go on a break now, let's see if we can get some comments on Facebook. I'll try to get some out.
Oh, yeah.
On Twitter as well.
We have Innocent Andy. He says, blame the NFF for the failure to qualify. The crisis in the NFF was the main factor that led to the abysmal performance. I pity Keshi because he will bear the whole brunt, even though it wasn't his making. That was from Innocent Andy. We also have another from Izuchuku Ezeudemba. He says the Eagles were never good enough. As Patriots, we should continue to believe. Very poor the Eagles were, and I stand up for Mikel, though. Great display tonight.
All right. Olumide Babarinsa at Olumit. It says we would have been disgraced at the Nations Cup. Medwork would have done better in this team. Well,
that's all conjecture.
Yes, of course. Someone says he wants to confirm if we are out of the Nations Cup, but we still have a mathematical chance. We're out.
We're out.
As simple as that. Yeah. We have 8 points. There's a team already on 9 points. Congo DR already on 9 points.
Even
Egypt and Tunisia are currently playing. If Egypt win by 2-goal margin, they are also going to have 9 points, and they will be the best third place team in the qualifier. So even if we can only have some mathematical chance of qualifying if CAF will change the rule for the Nations Cup next year to say, okay, we are going to be playing 20 teams. And so we'll take 4 top best teams. And that's not going to happen, my brother. So just forget about it. I think we are as good as out. Okay, so Yinka Tinuade says, now we can refresh the Super Eagles at last. Many of those guys should make way for the younger generation, and that includes the coaching crew. Well, that's your own opinion. Okay, somebody says top best team, Congo with 9 points so far. And it says we should pray for a team to get disqualified. Even if a team is disqualified, either Congo or Congo DR or Egypt will get a chance to go in, and it's not looking good at all for us. As far as I'm concerned, Mikel Obi tried his best. If Ambrose Musa Onomero didn't live up to expectation, that's Chikeru online at Sir Chikeru. Let NFL firework beginning. Okay, it's not very clear what that one is saying. Keep updating us. Maybe there's still hope for Eagles. No hope. No hope. It's all over for Nigeria. Let's see more comments. Musa's misses in the first half cost us qualification. Kindly overhaul this team and the coaching crew. That's coming from Obi Nanwusu at Obi Nodam. Eagles must not qualify for 2015, and it will be crucial in the history of Nigeria. Everybody should be at alert. Okay, don't get that clearly. Adunola Olukunle says Eagles are out, confirmed. Congo DR on 9 points, Keshi on 8 points. It's not Keshi, it's Super Eagles of Nigeria. We can't single out Saving Keshi now. It says, this one, Okunade Adini says, everybody now shares your pessimism. Tunde is referring to you. Everybody shares Tunde's pessimism.
I know Niyi quite well. There's already George Samuel here who says that the qualifying games have come and gone. The NFF should re-strategize. Most of the old legs should be replaced. We don't have good defense. Attacking midfielders are porous, blah, blah, blah. Everybody is now bringing out the force in the team that we've always picked up.
Who are the old legs?
That's an interesting question.
Okay, let's go on a quick break. When we return from the break, we'll try to see if we can get across to Uyo. While we expect your calls to come in, we'll try to see if we can get across to Uyo to find out what exactly is going on right there in Uyo, because we're told that a lot of fans are unhappy. We want to find out exactly what is going on, what are the players saying, what are the coaches saying, what's going on when we return from this time out. All right, thank you for staying with us. We're told that we should go quickly now. Let's cross over to Uyo Ayo Olu. Ibidak was waiting to join us on the line. AY, how are you today? What's going on? Tell us exactly what is happening in Uyo. Here, it's not looking good, but what's happening there?
Yeah, it's not looking good either. A very sad evening here in Uyo. Fans are just leaving the stadium. I've actually been on the top for a while, thinking what really happened. Most of them devastated, shocked, traumatized. They anticipate that at the next of champions, really, Nigeria will fail to qualify again for the Nations Cup. We actually had to wait for hours, over an hour, close to an hour.